toilet and I look at my phone. Emmanuel Mudiay, if you guys do not remember, was drafted by the Denver Nuggets. And we all thought he was going to be the next great thing. He went overseas, played in China, and you know what? Emmanuel Mudiay, you could argue injuries or play style is what happened because Emmanuel Mudiay was kind of what we thought John Morant was going to be. Or like before John Morant was Emmanuel Mudiay. I think that's the best way to describe it. Like honestly, people thought Emmanuel Mudiay would have been, am I saying that correctly? Emmanuel Mudiay? What are your thoughts? He just got signed and I'll put it up right now. What do you guys think about this? I think Emmanuel being here is definitely very interesting because if you guys haven't been following, he's playing overseas now at Zalgiris. Again, also correct me if I'm wrong on how I pronounce that. But Emmanuel has signed with the Sacramento Kings according to Woj, and he'll be able to play on Wednesday. So, look, this is a guy who's 25 years old. If he can come in and play hard defense, rebound well, and be a pass first guy who can score somewhat efficiently, he'll find his way back into the NBA. I know though, if you guys look at his numbers overseas currently at Zalgiris in the Lithuanian basketball league, correct me if I'm wrong, he's been shooting from the field 35% and from three he's been shooting 26% and averaging about 10.2 points in combined in the Lithuanian League and the Euro League. He's actually done better in the Lithuanian League, which is obviously not as competitive or as difficult as the Euro League. So, because if you guys don't know, if you play overseas, like your team kind of competes in like two leagues, sort of like soccer. So, what do we see from this? I mean, look, this is a guy that if he can come back and he can play, you know, somewhat efficiently. Again, just coming in and being a defensive guy who can dominate with his size, he's a big boy, 6'5", 200 pounds, has a good wingspan. If he can come in and, shoot maybe closer to like how he did in Utah, like 34% on like 2 attempts a game at least, you'd like him to shoot closer to 40, and just come in, play like 15, 20 minutes a night, dropping, like 7 points, maybe grabbing 3 rebounds, dishing out 3 assists, getting a steal a game, and just playing efficient. I could really see him being back in the NBA. Man, Emmanuel Mudiay. I remember just playing like 2K, I want to say it was like 14 or 15, and I'd always draft him. I thought his like athleticism was crazy, and he was really fun. I mean, this is a guy who's played 300 NBA games. Okay, Emmanuel Mudiay it's interesting because he's definitely not what anyone expected he would become. Like he didn't become anything. Like he was a bust. And Emmanuel Mudiay was so much fun to watch in like high school and stuff, and we all had like really high hopes for him. I mean, obviously that never came to fruition, but like, hey, like, do we blame him for that or do we blame the people around him? It's always so hard to like know who to finger point because like, whose fault is it really that when players don't become like he did miss a lot of games. Like when I mean he missed a lot of games, like dude, this guy was like always out, always missing time. Like, you could never rely on him being there consistently because of, again, health. So, that's something that people need to realize is, like, maybe this guy just fell out of the league because of health. I mean, I didn't follow his career, like, super, super closely, but I do know, like, him being, how would you say, not the, most like he didn't translate well, so there was that. I mean, that's gonna obviously stop you from being the player that we all thought you'd be. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. That's basically it. I'm gonna stop rambling and wasting your guys' time. So hope you guys do have a great day. Peace. Oh.